This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Mill drive home. Eventually driving home via the district line all the way to Upminster, which was an absolute trek. Driving home from Craven Cottage, where it finished. Fulham 3.
Millwall 0.
I'm not actually sure how we lost the game 3-0, other than the fact that they've got a quality striker up front and nearly really everything in front of goal fell exactly where you'd want it to fall to, and they put the ball in the back of the net, whereas the chances that we had, we didn't put in the back of the net, and sometimes that's enough. Before we go any further, we're going to sometimes you want to give people an idea of what the atmosphere is like at a ground. Obviously Fulham have now gone 8 points clear at the top of the Championship, absolutely on fire. So Zac, for the next 3 seconds, let's make the atmosphere like there was from the Fulham fans today.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. That was the noise from Fulham all game. Other than occasionally you heard the
clappers,
the noise of the clappers, which wasn't even that loud, if I'm going to be completely honest. I am absolutely amazed the fact that they're flying high. Obviously, they go from Championship to Premier League and back to the Championship, so maybe it just becomes a little bit tedious, a little bit boring, because I can tell you, if Millwall are 8 points clear at the top of the Championship, having just beaten another London club, we would be absolutely buzzing on the walk to the train station and in the ground. Don't get me wrong, we weren't particularly that loud either, but when you're watching what we watch every week, you can kind of understand it. Anyway, if you like the video, put a like. Obviously, if you're a Fulham fan, you're probably not going to, but put a like on the video, put your comments in down below. There's a reason we say no one likes us, we don't care, and we genuinely don't. But put a like on the video if you like it. If you're not subscribed to the Mill Drive Home, then ask yourself why not and get yourself subscribed. We started off with what looked like a very defensive, a Rowett-esque formation that you kind of expect. 3 centre-backs in, Bartosz in goal, Alex Pearce partnered either side by Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper. Right wing back was Danny McNamara, left wing back was Murray Wallace. In front of them we had Kefton Beld and the one and only Billy Mitchell. And then we had Ollie Burke on the left and Mason Bennett and Benik Afobe kind of interchanging positions. Bennett was kind of getting in behind Benik to try to kind of link up, and it worked a couple of times actually. I did feel that both teams didn't really settle into the game that much. Obviously Fulham have got unbelievable players. There's the attacking players that they've got, the talent that they've got all around the pitch. They've got a fantastic striker, regardless of whether he's a prick or not, in Mitrovic. You'd absolutely love to have him in any team in the Championship.
Yeah.
Obviously the geezer's absolute dog shit in the Premier League and will be probably playing back in the Championship the year after next if he's still got a contract. But the guy does it at Championship level, and there's absolutely no doubt about that. The first goal comes after the first Millwall chance. Funny enough, we created the best opening chance. Some really good interplay down the left. Murray Wallace clips the ball into Kefton Beld, who's about 10 yards out from goal. He just needs to get a decent contact on it and get it on target. He does, and it goes high, wide and handsome, which was kind of typical of what we did when we created the chances. And then one bad bit of play from our defence, really. We defended really well up until this point, and funny enough, it comes from us having a throw-in in the deep in the Fulham half. Billy Mitchell goes up to take the throw in. We then get caught on the transition, caught on the break. Our players are all over the place. However, we do look like we've stopped the initial attack. The ball gets played out to Fulham's right, our left side, and then there's a 2-on-1 on Murray Wallace, and he has a choice of whether to pick the runner or stay with the ball, and he doesn't pick the runner. The runner gets in behind, cuts it back. It takes a deflection off, I think it was Hutchinson. It could have been.
It may have been Cooper.
It could have been Cooper. It was one of the ones in the middle. Obviously falls to an unmarked Mitrovic at the back post, and he does what he does best, and obviously is allowed to celebrate in front of us. It's you get away with that if you're a Fulham player. You're not going to get away with that if you're a Millwall player. That brings me on to ref watch, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but the officiating today was horrendous.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrendous. The 50-50s all went against us. One typical of Mason Bennett wins the ball in the second half. A Fulham player kicks his foot going for the ball. Although his studs are out, Bennett wins the ball. The Fulham player kicks Bennett, and Bennett ends up getting a booking because he writhes around on the floor. I don't know what the studs in the Fulham players' boots were today, but they just could not stand on their feet. And the referee was buying it all day long. The linesman was absolutely atrocious, and an incident happened right in front of us, in front of him, and he looked to the ref to make a decision, which baffled me. Then he puts his flag up when we play the ball through in the second half. When a Fulham player plays it through to us in the second half, he puts his flag up and then realises he's made a mistake and puts his flag down. You're thinking, we got absolutely nothing from the officials. Saying that, second half comes, Mitrovic makes it 2-0 to Fulham with another bit of bad luck, really bad bit of defending. We allow, I'm not sure who had the shot. I think it was Reen that has the shot. Bart does well, saves it well, parries it out, obviously, to the Mitrovic, the striker that he is, gets on the end of it and puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-0. And I really was thinking, and I was talking to Zac and my wife, that I couldn't believe at that stage that we were 2-0 down. We really didn't deserve it. We then make some attacking subs and move from the 5-3 or 5-3-2 formation to bring Wallace on and make a 4-4-2. So Pearce goes off and Jed Wallace goes on the right. Mason Bennett and Benik Afobe go up front. And for the next 10 minutes, we were absolutely all over them, create a really good chance with great play by Burke. Win the ball on the left, cuts right through the Fulham play, plays in Jed Wallace, who has to be fair, he has an open shot. It is well saved by Rodak in goal. But then it drops to Mason Bennett, and you just want him to put it in the back of the net, and he kind of mishits it, and it goes wide to the left. Mitrovic does have another chance where the ball falls to him on the edge of the box. He does really well, creates some space, and then puts it just over the top right-hand corner. Could have made it a hat-trick, which, funny enough, Zac was talking about before the game. He was 12-1, Mitrovic, to get the hat-trick. We then have another chance after the Mitrovic chance, but it just did not see. One of those games where it just did not feel like it was going to go in for us. But do you want to talk about the second chance? Do you remember it?
I don't actually totally remember it, but I think when you say about it, I will remember.
Well, it was Bennett again. Bennett had another chance, and he's put it wide. And on another day, Bennett gets two or three goals today, and we walk away. Benik Afobe didn't really have any great goal scoring opportunities, but he worked hard. Who was your man of the match today?
I am actually I am halving my man of the match trophy today and giving half of it to Ollie Burke and half of it to Murray Wallace. As Ollie Burke, he needs to work on his first touch, but today he was not selfish at all on the ball. He played it off when he needed to, and I thought he played very, very well today, Ollie Burke. And on to Murray Wallace. He done Mitrovic, and then he nutsed another player. You just think, he's a left back, he's a man mountain, he's not supposed to do skills. But today he was just so solid at left back, and I thought he really deserved it today. I
agree. I thought Murray Wallace had a really good game. I thought Danny McNamara had a really good game at right back. It's really difficult against the pace that Fulham give you. I actually felt that Billy Mitchell and Kefton Bell did what they could do. And for the first time in a long time, our bench looks really, really strong. Luke Freeman coming off had a couple of good touches. It'll be interesting to see him come into the team. But, Jed Wallace coming off the bench, Tyler Bury coming off the bench. George Saville on the bench. I don't think we had a single defender on the bench, but attacking wise, it is interesting. Obviously, we got Cardiff on Saturday. We haven't mentioned Fulham's third goal. It was a counter attack from Fulham. Obviously, we were having more of the possession at that stage. A mishit shot kind of fell straight to Reed. It looked like he was offside, if I'm going to be completely honest, but we're not. We're at the other end of the stadium. It's difficult. I felt he was offside at the time. I think I saw it briefly in one replay, and he looked like he could have been offside. But again, you know, the close decisions we weren't getting a bit of. But like I said, we've got Cardiff on Saturday. It's a big game for us. Obviously, Fulham are Premier League bound. They've got so much quality in that team. They're gonna knock goals past loads of teams in the Championship. And I felt that we gave it a go today. You expected us to keep it tight for most of the game, and then try and push on. And we just conceded cheap goals at the wrong time. And you can't afford to do that against good Championship opposition. Thank you very much for watching the Mill Drive Home. Anything else you want to say?
Mitrovic is a lethal striker when he gets on the ball, so
It really is, and that's probably where we'll end it.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching the Mill Drive Home. No one likes us.
we don't care.
Go on, you Lions.